It's one of the toughest but most important jobs in the city. Firefighters answer the call to work in the middle of the night, in frigid temperatures, or even in the heat of the day. But in these suburbs, these positions are often paid on call, meaning you only get paid when you go out on calls. And that's often a tough sell to recruit new firefighters. The city of Plymouth is trying to change that story. They recently went from paid on call to part-time on call. The change is designed to be more flexible and attractive for applicants.
And we put the part-time part up front because most of their scheduling, most of their time commitment to the fire department is very predictable. It's scheduled and training and on shift and things like that. In their on-call status, the unpredictable side of it has decreased.
In recent years, the Plymouth Fire Department has transitioned to a hybrid staffing model, which includes a mix of full-time and part-time on-call firefighters. The city says this change allows Plymouth firefighters to be on staff 24/7 and reduces response times, especially for overnight calls.
Plymouth Fire is looking to hire part-time on-call firefighters. And what I really like to be able to do is have the opportunity to talk to people in the community about joining our department. And that opportunity is going to be on Thursday, July 8th at 6:30 p.m. at our City Hall.
There's an informational session coming up on July 8th where you can learn more. The Brooklyn Park Fire Department recently graduated their first class of fire cadets for full-time work as a way to get more firefighters on the job in their city. 8 firefighter cadets finished 6 months of training and earned their certifications to be EMTs and hazmat responders too. This is part of the transition from a paid on-call department to a full-time department. Reporter Neil Pursley tells us about another graduation success story, this one involving a 4-legged graduate and the owner he helps every day.
That is the face of a working dog. Ryder is the 3-year-old black lab who helps Katie Schlenk, who suffers from a neurological condition.
A big part of what he does for me is if I'm feeling a seizure coming on, he gets my medicine.
Schlenk suffers from seizures. What makes her story unique is the Robbinsdale resident also volunteers at Can Do Canines, working the front desk.
If I send him to go get medication and then I lay down on the couch, he knows what's happening. I don't have to command him or ask him to jump up on top of me. He just jumps up on top of me because that's what they trained him to do.
Can Do Canines trains dogs to help people in need in a variety of ways, including assisting people prone to seizures.
He jumps up on top of me and we lay there. And then I found that my seizures last a lot less. They are often shorter, they're less intense.
Katie was a volunteer here for a couple years. She helped raise dogs, so all of our dogs are raised both in homes and in our prison program by inmates, and she was one of our volunteers. And I don't think she was thinking at all about getting a dog to help her, but it became obvious to her during her volunteering with us that that was an option.
Ryder recently graduated from Can Do Canines and is a welcome addition to the family.
I have a child at home, and so it's really great to be able to kind of tuck myself away, send Ryder to get my meds, and he comes and he's with me. I know my husband can take care of my son, and Ryder can take care of me.
Katie says she'll continue to volunteer at Can Do Canines for the foreseeable future. In New Hope, Neil Pursley, CCX News.
All plans are full steam ahead for the State Fair this year, and one Brooklyn Center restaurant plans to once again be in the mix. Here's Delane Cleveland.
We have good service, good food, and our prices are very reasonable.
For more than 30 years,
whatever you order is good.
When someone in the Northwest Metro has had a craving for Vietnamese food,
they have the most excellent rice salad there is, and Vietnamese coffee.
Quay Viet in Brooklyn Center has been able to answer that call. And they've developed a loyal following as a result.
We have a lot of customers, like if they're in town to visit family, they always come here first, and it's nice to have customers like that.
Min Lam is the owner of Quay Viet. Her mom opened this location back in 1987 at a time when such establishments were rare. In the ensuing decades, it's become famous for big meat-filled egg rolls, along with a number of other traditional Vietnamese dishes that are cooked up by longtime devoted employees.
Well, I asked my mom what was the most important thing about running a restaurant. She's like, good employees. And we have our employees been with us for like 20, 30 years or more. And I don't know, we don't turn over a lot, and they're very loyal to us. And we take care of them and they take care of us. So it's nice.
Those loyal employees help maintain the consistency of the food. Food which they started exposing to a much wider audience about 4 years ago when they opened a stand at the Great Minnesota Get-Together.
The fair is fun just because it's so fast-paced and there's just so many people, and you get to meet a lot of different type of people, so it's nice.
And at the fair's 5-day summer kickoff event this past May, they sold more than 10,000 egg rolls on a stick. Their success at the fair has had a huge impact on their bottom line.
We do 3 times as much business because of the state fair, and very grateful that we got in.
Meanwhile, longtime customers are just grateful that they don't have to wait for the fair to get their hands on Quaviette's famous food.
Love it. Best place around for Vietnamese food.
In Brooklyn Center, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Before we go to break, in honor of the holiday, we will share pictures and sound from the Happy Birthday America parade that was held in Plymouth earlier this week. Have a safe and happy Independence Day, everyone.
It's just super duper exciting to have people back in the parks and have events going on and seeing everyone together again. It's such a great feeling to have everyone here.